got to make a decision at some point. So after speaking to Dan this morning and knowing what they're thinking up there, and I don't know if we'll make it out in time, I really don't. But Dan said, you might, or you might do all of it, get to the airport, and they'll stop us. And that could happen. It could happen. I don't know, but it's worth a try. Go to prison. He didn't do. I can't push it. I'm not that strong.
She's under arrest.
That we are now on day 22 of direct observation.
The level of confinement and also the current restrictions that are in place, are these because there were at some point statements alluding to self-harm during the jail phone calls?
And at booking here. When she was booked into the jail here, she made a statement that she wanted to die. Now, before she was arrested in Miami, she also had a phone call with her son, who's obviously in jail here, 25-minute phone call. I personally listened to it. She very clearly spoke about a plan to kill herself using sleeping pills.
I'm not suicidal. I'm fine.
One moment, Ms. Adelson, please keep your comments to yourself. Let your lawyer argue on your behalf.
I'm old. I have a life. We had a great marriage. Happy, we traveled, we lived good. I was really not unhappy. And I'm more than willing to just say goodbye and let me lie down. It doesn't painful. I just want to go to sleep. We bought our cemetery property a couple of months ago. We're good. I'm good.
She spoke of a plan to kill herself if she could not escape the country before arrest.
But we've been looking it up over and over because things change if there is extradition from Vietnam. Because we've looked at all the places. I mean, I could go to Korea and China, but there's no extradition. But we're looking for places where there's no extradition.
Please don't do this. You need to grab the bags. Take the bags. Yeah. And you need to wait outside. Okay.
My husband's almost 80 years old. He can't come with me?
Please, can I go? No, you can't join me there. Oh, don't do this, please.
Please.
The mental health professionals see her every day. They are not satisfied that she's safe. And it's up to them to decide it.
Anytime anyone makes a statement or we get evidence of someone wants to actually harm themselves, they're placed on direct observation. On direct observation and receive a smock as well as a suicide blanket. And they're placed in an isolated room. It's just direct observation is what it really is. So we have a staff member outside the door that actually watches them around the clock. Make sure they don't cause any harm to themselves.
Have you listened to this 25-minute call that Ms. Adelson had before she was arrested?
Not in its entirety. I actually heard the portion where she was speaking of wanting to do a pact with her husband. I'm assuming that's who the individual was.
Now, am I suicidal? No. Do I want to go to sleep and not see my son? I do. Perfectly honest, I do. And we'll do it together. We'll do it together. Leave a note. They'll know when to come and get us. And we'll do it together. Maybe she can look up the extradition issue before we waste our time.
She can tell on you that my parents are in the country. My lawyer told us to do that.
I can't talk about what I said or didn't say because it's privileged. What I can say is that at the time Donna Adelson went to the airport, she was a free woman. What I can say is there was no indictment to anyone's knowledge. We know now there wasn't one. There was no grand jury that we knew was convened. We know now it wasn't convened till after. And there was no arrest warrant that was known of. In fact, we know the arrest warrant, I think, was just obtained hours before the flight.
So the next place is what? The warrant? What did you say? Huh? What did you say the next place was?
Well, see, what happened is the warrant that they have from you is from out of Leon County.
When did they issue a warrant?
So what happened is we have to take you to our warrant bureau for that information to get entered, and then after that gets entered, before we can take you to the jail, to the local jail.
Okay, because I didn't know there was a warrant. How would I know that?
Well, we wouldn't have been able to take you if there wasn't something in place.
So aren't they supposed to inform? Aren't they supposed to inform me if there was a warrant?
Well, I don't know the details.
Yeah, I don't either.
They had a warrant. The gentleman that you met earlier in the plain clothes.
Yes.
Right.
She's under arrest.
They were supposed to inform you of whatever, and then
You're under arrest.
because it's a county warrant, that's how we became involved.
Okay. Yeah.
Again, she had offered to surrender at any point in time from 2016 on. I know that because I had made that offer. She did nothing wrong by going to the airport. Okay. Now, I cannot tell you what I advised her, what I knew, or what I didn't know. But what I can tell you for certain is that I acted within my ethical obligations. And what I can tell you for certain is that no crimes were committed by her going to the airport. And that's why she wasn't charged with any sort of crimes related to that. That's what I can tell you at this point in time.
Okay, but if you mention it to Wendy, is Wendy going to tell somebody?
Well, you tell her beforehand. I need to tell you something as an attorney who doesn't talk and has nothing to do with the case. It just has to do with Mom and I and some decisions that we have to make. Yeah, I know you want to bring her up and show her where everything is. If the plane crash, no one's going to know where anything is or who belongs to what. So I would like her to come up here so she could see it. I don't think that's asking too much.
Transporting a white female. 6014. How you doing, boss? Hey. Hold on for me.
While you're going through all this, they have 15 days to pick you up. The reset date's November 29th, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck to you. That's it.